Hey guys, I'm Max Luigi, and welcome back to, well, the playlist says, what, check-in and direct deposit and big check, right? But it says DD instead of direct deposit because that would make the playlist name, like, too long. You know what I mean? 'Cause it's already, like, I don't know, 15 or 16 characters, even with it just says DD. So direct deposit is, like, 15 characters on its own almost, so then urban, but I think it is. Almost. I mean, that's a long name for a playlist. Who gives a shit about a playlist? A playlist that's named super long, no one would click on that. That's my only reasoning. Anyway, I was gonna say that I'm tired, but I've said that in like all these. I'm just tired like all the time now, just because my new schedule, basically. Not like I don't want y'all to feel bad about me doing all this stuff on YouTube. It's not just that. It's a combination of all the things. I would rather I think I would rather be doing what I'm doing than not doing any videos. Because like sometimes I'm like, oh, I don't want to have to. Like I'm so lazy. Like I'm really fucking lazy. But I'm sitting there. I'm like, oh, I don't want to like record anything or edit anything. Oh my god, I just want to go to sleep. And then after I do it, I'm like, I'm really glad that I'm doing this. And when like I edit a video and I get it ready to upload and it goes up and I'm like happy about it. You know, I think that even I think it's like a net gain of it's a net positive in my mood. I think so. I'm happy about that. If I can have a even if I felt the same, which it might just be that I feel the exact same, but I'm still making videos, and that's a big deal to me. So it's probably like a net. It's probably the same. And then when I think about the fact that I'm actually doing YouTube stuff, that makes it a positive. I'm so you know I always wondered when I was gonna like actually start making shit, and when I was and because I knew eventually there'd be a point where I would begin and I would not pause for an extended period of time ever again until I like stopped for good, I guess. You ever wonder about that? You ever wonder like when is Markiplier gonna stop making videos? When is PewDiePie gonna stop making videos? Just completely stop. Jacksepticeye, uh, I don't know, Crank Gameplays, Chucker Conroy, MySquirm, Lord Minion 777, Proton John, Nintendo Pre-Sun, Paul Source Jr., all those Minecraft people, Sky, I guess. Sky still does stuff, right? Team Edge, you know, all these people that, you know, have been making content for a long time. And some of those people are getting up there in the age, not to be offensive, but they're like 40, 50, somewhere in there, or they're almost 40 and they're almost Game Grumps. I mean, Dan is 40. Dan Avidan is 40. And when are they gonna? I mean, no one wants them to. Everyone who watches them, because I'm sure there's some people that do not care. There's some people that I know that like really do not give a shit about the Game Grumps at all. Like they like hate Aaron, and it's so funny to talk about with them because they're like, God, he's such a like I don't give a shit, man. If you don't understand Aaron, you're gonna hate him. That's just how he is. Anyway, the point being not that, being something else. I don't know when. No one really knows when they're gonna stop making content. Any of those people, any of them. And some of them say, whenever. Some of them don't talk about it. Some of them say never. Some of them say when they die. And it's just crazy because we have no idea. We have no clue. There has been, as far as I can tell, um, in history to date at this point, there is no extremely popular YouTuber that has just stopped. They've just stopped doing anything. They just they made content for a while and they've just let it go, and they're not doing anything else. Nothing. No one comes to mind. If you know anyone, I would love to hear about it. Put it in the comments. But as far as I know, there's no big YouTuber that's just he's been doing it for a while, whoever they are, and they just decide that they're done, and that's it. And I don't. it would be a sad thing, really, you know? And I mean, there's a lot of people that are small time YouTubers that don't make hardly enough that have given up on it and went to something else. But like to just be going strong and then just, decide that's it, that it's over. I mean, I don't know that that's been done yet. It's so crazy when it's going to happen because we're in a, as far as like, there's not even a proper name for it. YouTubers are such a new, or even to this day, are still a new concept. It's been 10 years. It's been like over 10 years since YouTube has had like really popular people on it, like Fred and Smosh were the first really popular people back in 2008, 9, 10, somewhere in there. YouTube started in 2005. But then there's these people that just became titans on the platform, you know, and then it just ever since then there's been these people that make videos on YouTube and make a living, and then there's been people that make a great living. It's like, oh my God, you can be like, over like upper middle class, it's like, whoa. And there's just been no end of the story, for anyone who's been way up there like that yet. Because it's just, there's not been enough time. It's so crazy. Like, this is a new medium that has not even been through one like lifetime yet or whatever. Like, they're, back when they first invented movies or whatever, maybe they went through the same thing. Maybe, like this new movie came out and there were these actors in it. And it's like, wow. And then everyone liked this movie better than that movie. And then like one of those actors in one of those movies eventually stopped acting or died or both, whatever. It's like, man, did they feel the same way about some of that stuff back then? It's crazy. I don't know. Sometimes I think about that because it's fucking crazy. We're in this rare time frame right now where like there's just been no big names that have just started and then stopped. There's been no stop. So crazy. It's very. I think it's a very rare situation, and it's insanely interesting. I still wonder about Paul Source Jr. sometimes. He makes Minecraft videos. Well, he started making Minecraft videos. He started his YouTube career as a Minecraft YouTuber, and now I believe he's got two channels, one that's family friendly and one that's kind of like, not or whatever. And then he doesn't just do Minecraft anymore. But man, I think everyone who ever watched Minecraft YouTubers probably watched his like Minecraft like walkthrough type series. It's called Survive and Thrive, and it's so good. It's so God, it's nostalgic for me, dude. It's so great because I was watching that when I was like 11 and 12, and I was like, man, I wish I could play Minecraft. And then like the first time I ever played Minecraft was like 7 years ago. Man, it was awesome. God, and I knew so much about it at that point. And then it took me a couple years to be like, man, what if somebody started playing Minecraft and didn't know any of this stuff? And when you think about that, you're like, wow. And I think that was part of the reason that I started that random Minecraft tip series. I'm really not sure, but it's probably why they added the recipe book thing. Because you used to just have to know the recipe for shit. It's like, so how do I make a pickaxe? And I mean, you wouldn't even, there wasn't anything that told you, there was nothing in the game that told you that pickaxes even existed, let alone that you could punch trees to get wood, or that you could make planks out of logs, or that you could make sticks or a crafting table or anything. You just had to experiment with the wood and your four little crafting spaces and just see what you could make with one log, or oh, look at that, what is that? And then two planks, and you're like, oh shit, a stick. And you're like, what if I do four? And it's like, oh shit, the hell is this? And it's like, oh my god, there's 9 spaces, oh my god. And I mean, people just had to figure it out, I guess. That's crazy, it's so crazy. And I mean, how would you have figured out that a fucking sword and a pickaxe and an axe and a shovel, and you put a stick and some other shit in there? I mean, that's fucking crazy. I don't know. I mean, not even that you would have to just know that it existed and guess how it would look in the crafting table. You didn't even know. You just had to guess what might exist. And that's way harder. Like, oh, you can make a pickaxe. Okay, well, maybe I put a stick and a something else, can I get like some iron or something, or like some steel? And then you're kind of halfway there. But if you don't know you can even make a pickaxe, I mean, that's crazy. People just put sticks and wood in the thing and made a sword and like, oh my god, what else can I make? I guess, you know what I mean? I don't know. I mean, I guess you kind of figure out that it's Minecraft, mine. Maybe you can make a pickaxe because it's a mining game. Because see, I wasn't old enough back then to know exactly what the culture around Minecraft was, because it was in alpha and beta and stuff for like what, from like 2008 to 2000 something. I actually don't know. But I mean, there were people that are my age. There are people that were the age I am now. I'm 21 when Minecraft released in like alpha and played it and were like, "This is awesome! I love this game." And oop, sorry, kicked a snow globe into my desk. Don't ask why there's a snow globe in the floor, okay? My life is not for you to judge. Uh, well, actually, it is. Go ahead and judge me in the comments. It'd be hilarious. I really, any comment you want to do, make fun of me, please. It's welcome. But like there was so much stuff to learn that they had no idea how to even. So much stuff to learn and to know and to figure out, and they did it, man. I can't imagine it. I would love to have been this age back then and been like, oh, this is awesome, and like learn all this shit and like talk about it with anyone who knew anything about it at all. And the internet was not really a thing. It was not that. It was not very useful for communicating. You know, so much has changed in the last, you know, since I was born. There's been like three changes in how shit works. Like, oh shit, fucking, you know, consoles. No, they're not consoles. Computers. Oh my god. It's like, oh shit, phones, and it's like, oh shit, fucking, YouTube. I guess. It's like all that happened in the span of like 10 years, really, and then like 10 years later, we're just still caught up in all of that. And now there's like, you know, smartphones, smartwatches, smart everything. Electric cars are coming out. It's really cool to me that Elon Musk is trying to get electric cars to be like, I think he's trying to get them to be like 25,000 and 25,000, which is like, you know, for a car that's supposed to be in the luxury category is really low. It's like the same price as like a new fucking like Chevrolet or whatever shit. Like that's his goal, I think. And I'm like, that's really cool of you to do that. Kind of sad that he had to like uh, go to China or some shit to do the factories or something. I heard about that. I heard he was. I heard he had to manufacture it in China or something to get it to be that cheap or something. Don't quote me on that. I really don't know. This is like a secondary or tertiary source. Anyway, I'm usually talking about my day in these videos, especially because they're every other day now. I'm only recording them every other night. But I don't really remember much of yesterday or today. The one thing I will say is, uh, actually, in a previous video, I won't say which one. I maybe even, yeah, multiple, like 2 or 3 videos. I have cut out like at least a minute or 30 seconds of me saying how I'm like upset with someone and why. And I don't want to do that. And that's why I cut it out. But I will just say that I used to not understand, or at least not fully understand, uh, the concept of like saying sorry to someone doesn't mean anything. Like if you've ever heard the phrase, would you call it a phrase? If someone says, "Okay, throw this plate on the ground," and then they do it, and the plate shatters, and then they say, "Okay, now apologize to it," and you say, "I'm sorry," and the plate is still on the ground, broken, and they say, "Well, did that fix the plate?" And you're like, "No," and then like, well, "Okay, there you go," and you're like, "What?" And it seems kind of mean and condescending, especially especially if you're the person that they're talking to about it. But it kind of, which honestly, when you talk about a complex metaphor to usually a kid in this case, I believe, you should explain it. You shouldn't just let it, be out there in the open and be like, let them have their own interpretation. Like, I mean, you could say that about anything. Like, oh, when you break somebody's when you break somebody's property, you don't apologize because it's not going to do anything. Well, that's not what that means. You should still be sympathetic and apologize to people for shit. But what it really means is an apology is not enough. An apology is not going to fix what you have done. It's not going to reverse your mistake or whatever, you know. And I finally fully understand that after, however long it's been since I first heard that. I wasn't told that by my parents. My parents are really cool, you know. Sometimes I say shit about my parents, but really, I'm really grateful for them and my family. I laugh so much when uh, like Markiplier will play Minecraft and he'll say fuck or something, and he's like, "Listen," he's like, and you don't actually know what he said because he had already done it before. Like it said like astronaut or you know shoot or just goes blue. So funny. But anyway, like I've said hundreds of times, this video is probably a lot longer than I wanted it to be. But let's see. I guess I'll tell you about this. So when recently Pokemon Go, which I actually play a lot, they raised their level cap from 40 to 50, which we're waiting on 100, guys. Okay, I mean honestly, Pokemon in the Pokemon games can get to level 100. How come I can't get to level 100? You're gonna have to fix this. And maybe they've had plans for that forever. I don't know, or maybe they just wanted it to go to 50. I still don't know. But anyway, they 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 released this image, or this image was going around or something. I guess. Well, yeah, they probably released it. So there was this image released that was like showing you what you had to do for each level past 40 to get to the next level. Like to get to level 41, you had to get a certain amount of experience and do something else. And it's well, okay, I'll tell you the whole story. Let's see, go beyond. I think that's what it was called. Yeah, yeah. Are they picture not here? Nope. Anyway, you can get to level 50 now if you do some tasks. Yeah, whatever. So it would show you. It was like it was like research. It was like special research. Like you get rewards and shit for doing certain tasks. And some of the rewards were like just like an image of the thing, not like a name, because they didn't want to like waste all that space. Like it would have a picture of a fast gem and a picture of Stardust and a picture of an Ultra Ball or whatever. But it also had pictures of these fucking things. And none of us knew what the fuck this was. Nobody. And I was like, what the hell? And it was like, this is a really blown up picture. Because it was like, 1 centimeter high by 1 centimeter wide on like on a phone. And you're like, what the hell is that? And I was like, I searched on my phone like watermelon candy, Pokemon Go, or water rainbow. I was like, what the hell is that? Apparently, it's called XL candy, which sure, whatever. And it was like a reward for like every other like level up past 40 or something. I was like, what the hell? And I was so interested in this, and I didn't want to spoil it for myself. But apparently, see, because rare candy in Pokemon Go is also different than in the regular games. It's rainbow colored, and it can be turned into any candy. Candy is what you use to level up Pokemon in Pokemon Go. So apparently, right here, so this is actually rare candy XL. So rare candy can turn into Pokemon candy, which you use to power Pokemon normally, and then you can use this XL rare candy that actually turns not into multiple rare candies, but you can use it to uh, it's like because you're every time you level up in the game, your Pokemon can also be powered up to a higher level. Like you can't power up your Pokemon with candy past a certain level based on your level. Like I think it's like 3 levels ahead of you or something. So I think what they're saying here is that you have to have XL candy to level up Pokemon past level 40 or level 41 or something. I don't know. And it's like, oh, okay. So do you just get a limited number of those? I mean, I don't know. A lot of their decisions, I kind of question. But anyway, like I said, fucking 5 minutes ago, this video has gone on a little bit too long for my liking, probably. I can assure you of that. So I'm gonna go ahead and end it here. Thank you so much for watching. Thanks for clicking on the video. I hope you have a good day. I hope that you um, have people in your life uh, that care about you and care about how they make you feel. You deserve to have people like that in your life. You deserve to have confidence in yourself, and you deserve to stand up to people and tell them what their problem is, and tell them that they're not being they're being they're being unfair. They're being hurtful. They need to change. Tell them that. Tell them that you don't deserve whatever they're doing to you because it's unfair. I believe in you. And all right, I'll see you later, guys.